Have you ever met someone whose mere presence was so powerful it completely changed the heart of a notorious scoundrel?
It almost sounds like a fable, doesn't it?
It really does, but it's exactly what we're getting into today. Welcome to the Simplified Summary YouTube channel. I'm so glad you're joining us for this deep dive.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in.
Real quick before we start, if you enjoy these deep dives, please do us a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button, drop a like on this video, and share your valuable comments below. It really helps the channel grow and lets us keep bringing these stories to you.
Absolutely. We love reading what you think.
So our mission today, we are unpacking a genuinely powerful story titled Ghaswali.
Right, which translates to the Grasscutter Woman.
Exactly. It's by the legendary Hindi writer Premchand, extracted from his famous Mansarovar collection. And for anyone familiar with Premchand, you know he does not pull punches.
Oh, not at all. He's a master of rural realism. What we're looking at today is a narrative that brilliantly juxtaposes profound physical beauty with just crushing rural poverty. And it explores how pure devotion can sprout in the most unexpected, honestly desolate places.
Okay, let's unpack this. We have to start by introducing our protagonist, Mulia. And Premchand's imagery here is it's incredibly vivid.
He paints a very specific picture.
He does. He describes her with a wheatish complexion, dew-like eyes, pointed eyelashes. But there's this distinct look of pain and apprehension in her gaze.
Which tells you everything you need to know right off the bat.
Right. The text literally calls her a celestial nymph and a rose in a barren land.
That phrase is so loaded. The barren land isn't just the physical geography, it's the social context.
Break that down for us.
Well, Mulia belongs to a highly marginalized, poor household. They are a Chamar family, a Dalit community, and in this incredibly rigid, patriarchal village structure, her striking beauty, it isn't a privilege.
No, it's a liability.
Exactly. It makes her a massive target. The men in the village completely lust after her. The text says they would lay down their eyes for her.
But she doesn't give them the time of day.
Right. She maintains her dignity. She completely ignores them, but she's still forced to exist under that predatory gaze.
Which brings us to the inciting incident. The opening scene is so tense.
It really sets the stakes.
Mulia is returning home with this heavy bundle of green grass on her head. She's visibly flushed, practically on the verge of tears.
Just completely overwhelmed.
Yeah. And her husband, Mahavir, sees her and asks what's wrong. But she dodges the question.
Just want to say it out loud.
Right. But the truth is she's absolutely terrified of the men who tease and harass her while she's out working. The psychological weight is breaking her.
And that tension bleeds right into the household.
Yeah.
Because quitting her labor isn't an option.
No, it means starvation. So she finally snaps and refuses to go out alone to cut grass anymore. And the reaction from her mother-in-law is, wow, it is harsh.
It's brutal.
She severely scolds Mulia. She tells her a tiger isn't going to carry her off. And then she drops this incredibly blunt line, nobody loves skin, they love work.
What's fascinating here is that contrast. The mother-in-law operates purely on a survival-first mentality.
Generational poverty, just stripping away all the softness.
Exactly. To her, beauty of the skin is useless. It doesn't put food on the table, only labor does.
But then you look at Mahavir, Mulia's husband. He's outside grooming his horse under a neem tree. And instead of piling on, he's surprisingly gentle.
He offers her an out.
Yeah, he tells her, you don't have to go if you don't want to. If you're afraid, stay home.
Which is a monumental sacrifice given their poverty. He's prioritizing her safety over their income.
And ironically, it's that exact kindness that makes her go back out. She has this incredible sense of duty. She looks at the horse he's grooming and asks, what will the horse eat?
She knows the math. If the horse starves, Mahavir loses his livelihood.
They all starve. So she chooses to face her fears. She decides to take a hidden alternative route through the sugarcane fields and mango orchards just to avoid the harassment.
She trades everyday street harassment for a much higher stakes risk by isolating herself.
Because she finds this secluded well with lush green grass. But she's terrified. She's thinking someone could be hiding in the sugarcane stalks.
It's completely cut off from any help.
Right. She's trying to fill her basket as fast as possible. And here's where it gets really interesting.
The confrontation.
Someone does step out. It's Chain Singh.
And we have to understand who Chain Singh is. He's a wealthy, powerful thakur.
The apex predator of this village's social hierarchy.
Exactly. He has the systemic power to do whatever he wants to her with absolute impunity. So his sudden appearance is terrifying.
But instead of harassing her, Chain Singh makes this stunning confession. He admits he used to be a rogue, a complete scoundrel.
But he says seeing her completely erased all the malice from his heart.
Yes. He actually tells her he wishes he were her dog or her horse just so she would feed him with her own hands.
That imagery is wild.
I know. He admits he's jealous of Mahavir's luck, but he swears his intentions are completely pure now. He's entirely humbled.
The power dynamic is totally flipped here. You have this wealthy, powerful man brought to his knees by the quiet dignity and purity of a poor grass cutter.
It's this profound moment of spiritual reckoning for him.
It is. But we have to ask, is he truly seeing Mulia, or is he just putting her on a pedestal?
Debuffing her instead of preying on her.
Right. Worship can be its own kind of objectification. It separates the person from their messy, painful reality.
Which Premchand shows us immediately. He doesn't let the story end on that romantic note.
Thank goodness he doesn't.
We get a sudden shift in scene later that day. Chain Singh needs to travel about 5 miles to the court, but the sun is too hot for him to ride his own horse.
The privilege is glaring.
Totally. So he calls Mahavir to hire his Eka, his horse-drawn cart. And the state of this cart is just miserable.
It's the physical manifestation of their poverty.
The horse is incredibly weak. The seat of the cart is torn. It's filthy. Chain Singh is actually embarrassed to even sit on it.
The guy who just said he wanted to be Mulia's horse is now disgusted by the actual machinery of her life.
Exactly. And during this ride, Mahavir makes a heartbreaking confession. He tells Chain Singh he wants to sell the cart. It brings in no money.
The men aren't providing.
No, they are surviving entirely on the women cutting grass. Mahavir explains that his mother is too old to walk to the market now.
So it all falls on Mulia.
All of it. She cuts grass until noon, walks miles to the market, sells it, and returns late at night, just completely exhausted. Mahavir says to Chain Singh, "What power do we have against fate?"
If we connect this to the bigger picture, the contrast Premchand is building is devastating.
It really is.
Think about Chain Singh. He has this romanticized, poetic devotion to Mulia. He claims his soul was purified, but his enlightenment exists in a vacuum of privilege.
He worships her from afar, from the shade.
While she is literally working herself to the bone to feed a weak horse and keep her family alive, his grand realization doesn't change her crushing, exhausting reality one bit.
So what does this all mean? I want you, listening right now, to think about this. How often do we romanticize the resilience or the beauty of people who are struggling?
We do it all the time.
We call them inspiring. But we do it without actually looking at the heavy burdens they carry every single day.
It excuses us from intervening. We celebrate their endurance without offering to dismantle the systems making them suffer.
Which leaves us with a final thought for you to ponder.
Yeah. Is a personal emotional transformation enough? Chain Singh claims his soul was purified by Mulia. But true transformation should compel the powerful to use their privilege to actively lift the burden off those they revere.
Did Chain Singh's enlightenment put food on Mulia's table?
Exactly. Did it save her from that grueling walk to the market? No.
It really makes you question what true devotion actually looks like. And that wraps up our deep dive on Ghaswali. Thank you so much for tuning in.
It's been a great discussion.
As always, please remember to subscribe to the Simplified Summary channel and leave a like. And we really want you to answer that final provocative question in the comments. What do you think Chain Singh should do next to truly prove his devotion?
Wait to read this.
Until next time, keep exploring.